You will never know, no matter how much you study, no matter how much you prepare yourself, you'll never know as much about the country as the local people do. First and foremost, you must understand when you arrive somewhere that you need to be humble. You need to listen and learn first before you can really effectively design programs and assist people who know their country so much better than you do. And often I think in the international experience over the last decades, there have been so many cases where we were not humble. And in not being humble, you miss one of the essential components of understanding international interaction. There are many places in the world where we work where we are in danger, where we are threatened, where in doing our human rights work, we actually ourselves come into danger. But here, because we have this trust between, not just between ourselves and alleged victims and victims of human rights violations, but trust between those who are in responsible positions of authority, who run security services, who run the police, who run the military, that gives us a kind of access and opportunity to help with protecting people that we'd never have otherwise. This takes me to the next core element, I think, of human rights work, which is really related to empathy and a broader definition of empathy, which means not only the easy part of empathy, which is understanding where victims are coming from, sympathizing with them, feeling sorry for them, understanding why they're suffering and wanting to help them. That's a human instinct. All of us can easily feel sorry for someone who's been wronged. But real empathy in terms of trying to change behavior and do human rights work effectively has to extend to everyone in the context, including people who may have done the wrong. When you have situations where there is something that is really fundamentally wrong or really critical for one individual to be safe and have their rights protected, you can speak very strongly and people will respect what you have to say because they know that you're not someone who's coming in an arrogant and forceful way to try to impose something, but you're that humble person who understands where everyone's coming from. And if you're really concerned and worried and want to speak out about a particular situation, then you have the credibility and the trust to do that. So the moral courage is having based your credibility and trust on an approach that's humble and that entails trust and builds trust. You can then, when you need to, if something really wrong is going on, speak very strongly and very forcefully in a particular context while still respecting everybody concerned to protect the rights of people who are in a difficult situation. And it works.